Sagittarius, Capricorn, to your Astrodites reading for August. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, friends, let's see what's going on with you. Getting straight in here. And for those of you who are new, this is where I take astrology with tarot and make a small horoscope for the month, using only one of the 12 houses. Okay, let's see what's going on. Best message. We have the 7th house coming out with the sun. Love that. In Sagittarius. Love it. Goes over a little bit. Okay, with the sun over here, we're talking about that soul purpose. Talking about you, right? And what's going on with you. Your immortal spirit, purpose, and destiny is involved. And getting straight in here with that Sagittarius energy. The energy imbues power, superior confidence, and enthusiasm with faith, good fortune, and authority. Wow. Great month so far in this house, right? The 7th house, loving that. I love the 7th house. One of my favorite houses, right? This is because this is the area of your life that's about long-term significant partners, romance, business, and or family. And you get to get them all in there, right? And how they affect everything around you. Okay, and getting to the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, and the end of the month. Okay, this card coming out is having a little bit of dark thoughts going on at this time. There is something that is worrisome for you. Feel like you just feel like you're kind of running a maze right now within your mind. I'm trying to get to wherever it is you need to be. So I just feel like under the sun over here, it is like, this is, where am I supposed to be? Where's my destiny? I feel like I'm running a maze back and forth, and you do have some fragmented energy. So it's almost like it's pulling you in all these different directions in the very beginning of the month. It's kind of like, I don't know where I'm supposed to be. Am I supposed to be over here? Am I supposed to be over there? So it does feel like there is this, what risks do I take? Can I do this? Can I do that? So needing to really listen to your intuition at this time as you're kind of running around. Oh, like I said, all this fragmented energy. And underneath the 7th house over here is status quo, trying to figure out where is it that I stand within my status quo? Where is it that I am within? It feels like it's a very business area over here with the 7th house. It does feel like a lot of you are trying to break the chains of what's going on, not finding exactly what it is you're looking for. Right. Looking for that breakthrough so that you can feel like you can fly. But it doesn't feel like the status quo has really changed much. So it's like, I don't know, it just feels like you're trying to break free. Trying to make some kind of power moves when it comes to work, money, job, businesses. There could be business deals out there and projects that you might be trying to make a power move on. Yeah, it just feels like there's kind of a resistance to change, because I just feel like the resistance to change is just because I don't know where I'm really going. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. There's too many ideas. There's too many things going on within my mind that I just cannot figure out how I'm going to get to where it is that I want. Right? So with the fragmented energy, it's like you're sitting in your own quiet power trying to figure out the truth to the situation. And it does feel like you are kind of at a loss of which direction to really take at this time. Do I go to A, B, C, right? Or will they come to me? Things of this nature, excuse me. So, with the status quo over here, it's like, yeah, worried that there could be lost opportunity within a situation. Maybe you did lose a business deal, and you're afraid that they won't come back this way. There was a lack of planning. You could be dealing with somebody who lost that. You might have even lost something that was a bad investment, and you're not sure how to, get back that investment, right? So it does feel like there was, some financial loss going on over here. And it could be, like I said, yeah, lack of teamwork, disorganized, group conflict. No one could get together on this page, so we end up missing this opportunity. Take it how it resonates, but it does feel like there's a lot of lost gains at the very beginning of the month. And maybe it's not even so much the beginning of the month as it was, this has been going on for a while, or it was last month that I'm still not picked myself up yet from this situation. So you could feel like your status quo is changing, or it's at a stagnant and a standstill. It's almost like you're just waiting over here for the sun to make an energetic shift. Come on, I'm waiting for it. Where's the energetic shift? I'm going straight to the mid-month. Yeah, just feeling stuck in the energy over here. Yeah, not feeling very optimistic about the situation, but trying to take the steps to find everything out. It's almost like the taking your steps are such baby steps. It's almost like testing the waters to see if this is going to work, that's going to work. So it could be like trying to test little things in and out, right? Is this going to work for me? Is that going to work? Right? Because that's the only thing you feel like you can do at this time. Underneath the step energy over here where it just feels like nothing has moved, nothing has changed, but I'm craving this fresh experience. I'm craving this new, and you know you're craving it because you have the rainbow behind you. So you're just like, you're craving this new knowledge, experience, anything. Please just throw at me something that has to do with the Three of Cups. Throw me something that is going to get me out into the community, that's going to make me happy. Throw me new friends, some kind of business deal, a job, something of this nature, right? So the optimism is just because you just feel like you have this painful ending, that's going on within the situation, and you just feel defeated at this time because you're just having a hard time really finding that Three of Cups. You're really having a hard time finding these deals, finding this job, right? Thinking about or having, trying to launch any kind of endeavor. Maybe you even wanted to launch something with your friends, your partners, your co-workers, but you're not finding anything really promising at this time. So it's just feeling very stuck. You want to feel like you won the lottery. You want to feel like, your financial fruits are coming too, but it's like I'm working hard at it, trying to rein in things, trying to keep my intuition open, but I'm still stuck. Still stuck. So you're taking these steps towards what I believe to be the Three of Cups, to find what's promising for you. Not, trying not to let your fears hold you back, in this area of, oh God, how long is this going to last, So with the taking steps, you do have the Queen of Swords over here. So you definitely are communicating more with other people, are communicating your mind, clearing your mind, getting a better perspective of the situation as you are trying to move towards, right, this new opportunity, or this opportunity itself, or trying to fix something. Yeah. I mean, definitely feeling like, embracing what you can, taking advantage of what it is you can, but like I said, it feels very small steps. It's very moderate. Just try to avoid, fiddle farting around with your with your funds too much, right? Because it's kind of like, this is what I have, this is what I'm holding on to. I'm trying to take the high road, right? But you're also trying to take your own advice too. But I only have this much funds, I have this much savings, I have this and that, so I really don't want to go overboard. So I am just taking step by step by step. Definitely. So and this is because, hey, you're going to get there. So at the end of the month, you have intuition and manifestation. Yeah, love it. You could have this man or woman coming in. It doesn't have to be a loving person. I mean, they could just be loving, right? Like they show their heart. They're like, hey, would you like a job? Hey, would you like that? It doesn't have to be love itself. It's just the person that's coming in. And it does feel like, yeah, whoever this man is or this woman is that's coming in, wow, why does it make me feel like they're saving the day? They're giving out this job. They're putting you in your comfort zone. For some of you, it could be love, right? I mean, because it is the 7th house. So the end of the month, you could be running into this loving person who brings a lot of peace into your life. Take it both ways, because it could be literally both. Your intuition is saying you're starting to get out of your self-limiting beliefs over here, becoming your, releasing the negative thoughts where you were really in your head over here in the mid-month. It does say your intuition is really open right now, and you're looking at new perspectives. You kind of see that with the Queen of Swords, though, as you're kind of like, okay, that's it. I'm clearing my mind over here. The loving man, some of you, it could be literally an unconditional, it could be an unconventional type of relationship that's coming towards you, or it could just be, I don't know what it is, but it's somebody who's definitely going to, they're going to kind of open you up. But you know what's kind of crazy about this? They're going to like, they're like rubbing you the wrong way. Because they're going against your grain, right? So they kind of come in and you might feel like, okay, you're very loving and all, but the way that they're kind of going is becoming kind of like, why are you rubbing me wrong? It could be, too, a misconception. They may be trying to push you to your limits, push you out of this zone. Yeah, makes you feel like they're like kind of getting on your nerve. But and you're trying to find peace. You know what it is, you guys, for the majority of you. They're trying to give you a wake-up call. They're trying to get you back into that overall self-discipline. They're really trying to push you. They're trying to push you, right? Because you're feeling stuck. They know you feel stuck. They're trying to install this self-discipline from you. They're just like, so by kind of rubbing you the wrong way, they're doing that kind of, I come in very loving, or maybe you already know this person. It could be a mom or a dad, and they're just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like one of those people is like, yeah, mom, and I'm not doing very well. And, and then all of a sudden they're just like, well, you need to get up off your ass and you need to do this. And then that's like rubbing you the wrong way. You're like, that is not what I need to hear. But see, in some ways it is. It's kind of like that. It reminds me of a dad thing, or a grandpa thing. And then it's kind of like it rubs you the wrong way, but it gets stuck within your mind because they're doing that on purpose for self-discipline. They're trying to harden you up a little bit to get you from being well, you can't sit around, and cry over spilt milk all day long. And even though because you're not in a very good mood to begin with, it's just like, yeah, you know what? I really don't want to talk to you right now. But then it's going to be something that hits your intuition and you're going to be like, all of a sudden you're going to feel more peaceful. I'm telling you, that's exactly what it is. They're going to rub you wrong on purpose because they're trying to they're just kicking your butt about the situation. God, it reminds me of family. Well, you just can't sit around all day and fucking cry all day. Sounds like something my dad would say. You got to get out there and, pull your pants up. And that feels like that's exactly what they're doing. And I think they're coming in as a loving person because it's a family member. It's somebody who's close to you, who you admire, somebody who, you know what I mean, you have a lot of respect for. But they're going to do that on purpose to wake you up. And if that's what's going to really kickstart that intuition, then you're going to have better peace of mind, right? Then you're not going to just want to take baby steps anymore. You're not going to want to take shortcuts anymore. You're not going to be, in delay or overthinking processes. You're just going to get out there and you're just going to do what you do, because it's going to instill that Sagittarius within you. It's going to push you over the limit. And that's what this person is doing, right? Because they're going to give you the mental clarity and the breakthrough. And you're going to be like, you know what? Why was I scared? What am I doing? Why am I scared? Right? And yeah. And then you're going to feel like, you know what? I can drop these wands. I don't feel like I'm carrying all this over heavy weight. Why am I so worried? Well, of course, there's a lot of reasons to be worried. Maybe I can't pay my rent on time. Maybe I can't do that. But over worried about the situation, this person really comes in and is like, well, if you're just going to sit around and worry about it all day long, then I guess you're not going to have an apartment. You're not going to have a job. You're not going to have this. You're taking these pretend baby steps. You see what I mean? They're somebody who's going to become very harsh with you. You probably already know who that is. You're like, oh God, here they come, right? But they're meaningful. They're doing it because they love you, right? They're doing this because they want to, it's the kick in the butt. That's what it is, to get you moving, to remind you who you are. Who am I, right? I know who I am. It's realigning you with your belief system and who you are, what you're made of. I don't need to do this. Make things run smoother by getting rid of the wands. So you're going to feel this energetic boom, right? Yeah. It's going to liberate you. Yeah, right here, Justice card. I see it right here, Justice card. Liberation. It's going to liberate you from feeling stuck. It's going to liberate you from feeling like you're in the Ten of Swords, carrying all these wands, right? Liberate your mind from feeling like you're just, wandering the dark maze all day long. No, because now you're going to feel like, okay, here it goes. Okay, you know what? You're right. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to put extra effort towards this situation. There has to be something. And it's going to give you new motivations, new ideas. And this is where your intuition, like I said, is really going to make a breakthrough. It's, and it's not going to be a make it or break it, guys. It is, I'm kicking you in your butt and you will see the light because you have the Justice card. You will see the ultimate truth and you have the Ace of Swords. So you will see the new opportunity. You will see what it is you need to see. And you will get yourself balanced and back to where it is you need to be with whatever the 7th house is. Whether it's your relationship, your business. It feels more business for most of you. But if it is, a partnership that you're having, this person can come in and what are you doing? Get in there. Show her or him some more love. Fix it. However, okay, so very beautiful reading, my friends. Okay, and I will grab a It's time for a new adventure. 55. Let's go. Put yourself out there. Let's get in there. Let's get the healing that we need done. 66. Okay, and get that communication, going. There's some beautiful communication coming, not only from this loving man, of course, but also from spirit as well. So make sure that you are listening to your intuition, my friends. Okay, until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.